Hello everybody, welcome to IT Skills channel. My name is Aiden. Today we're going to react to Facebook or Meta, whatever you want to call them. Facebook actually took a drastic effort this year and they laid off so many employees. They done a lot of crazy things that we can report it on. But none crazier than today, what they did to fire people. They did not hold back. And we want to talk about what they did and why they did that and what can employees do about it. Because when you work for big companies, you have to remember your number. So you gotta have to stay, in the rules, within the law, within the game, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and talk about that. What happened? So I have an article over here. It says here, Facebook or Zuckerberg fires staff for on six-figure income for abusing office delivery scheme. Sack is another way of saying fired. This is the British Telegraph, but it's happened in America. So you can see here, it says over here, as you can see, Facebook decided to fire people that were abusing basically the company $25 meal scheme to order household goods, such as toothpaste, such as, washing powder, or, maybe wine glasses, whatever they did order. Well, those are some of the allegations they ordered. And so Facebook decided enough is enough. We no longer need these people. They're gone. So Facebook fired those people. Now you're gonna ask yourself, first of all, that's not right. That's kind of harsh. Why would Mark Zuckerberg do this to high level engineers? Because the firing wasn't just from, low level people that maybe janitor or whatever. This is from engineers. Facebook have a lot of talented people. This is some of the high earning people located in the Los Angeles office. Basically, Facebook gives free employees free lunch, free breakfast, free dinner, whatever you want to call it, whatever order you eat your food, they give them free 3 days, three times a meal, three meals, three meals a day. They give them 3 meals a day. So when they give them 3 meals a day, they expected employees to adhere to the policies. In some larger offices, Facebook actually cooks food for the employees, provides them. They don't give them vouchers. Instead, they give them actual meal, which must be nice. I never had a company that pays for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that must be a privileged position. But then for those with the smaller offices like the one in Los Angeles, they decided that they're going to give them meal vouchers, which they did. They give them meal vouchers so they can go ahead and make themselves, healthy, eat proper things, order Uber Eats, Grubhub, you name it. Although I find those to be a little shaky and nowadays, the way the economy is. But really, $25, you could get something real nice, if depending on where you're trying to eat. And that wasn't a lot of money. And this is the employees that are basically, making a lot. So they decided that, yeah, we'll take that $25 and we're gonna use it to buy, maybe detergent. Now, that was not the best move from the employees because you were just giving the company a decision on you when you break the rules, when you do something little. To use little, it's like, what is the problem? It's $25. I'm using it. I'm not wasting it. I'm using it for something else better instead of buying food. Maybe I'm not hungry that day. Maybe I'm fasting. Whatever your case may be, you might think it's an innocent mistake, but you realize that companies love to control you as an employee. So you have to know that if you try to break those chain of control, there'll be consequences. Especially the bigger the company gets, the more the control is. In this case, Facebook wanted to make sure people that follows the rules get rewarded. People that don't follow the rules, they get their themselves out the door. So these employees, from what I have read in the article, didn't even have a warning. They were discovered that they break the rules about the meal scheme for $25 meal scheme. They were let go instantly. And this is people that probably have to be in Indeed, LinkedIn, any staffing agency. They have to be in there and they have to put in the reason why do you certainly left Facebook. Oh, they have to probably lie about it. They're gonna have to say maybe "Hey, I left there because the company decided to lay off." Now, this is not a regular layoff. We know this, they were literally fired on the spot for breaking the rule. And this shows you that personally, that when you're an employee, stay, you know, in contention with the rules and regulation, because you never know when employers can decide to use that against you. When they decide to use that against you by breaking a simple thing, if you're getting like a travel expense to go to conference, use that within accordance of what the employer wants you to do. Do not go ahead and say, I'm going to buy a jacket or something with a meal expense and then expense it as a meal. You cannot do that. You also have to make sure that you are just a number, unfortunately. You could be replaced. All of us can be replaced. It doesn't matter how important you are. Like this six-figure employees didn't even think they was going to get replaced. I don't think they did. They thought that they was just going to be there. They're going to maybe get reprimanded for breaking the rules. They did not. I did not think they was going to get replaced. They neither did they. So it just shows you that it doesn't matter how important you are. There'll be somebody else waiting to take your spot. The other thing is, as an employee, you have to understand that the economy is not that great. Inflation is here, even though people may say it's not here yet. Inflation is here. You can see with the groceries, you can see with the stores. This is the worst times to leave in terms of trying to stay within budget. So if you have a good job, keep your good job. Try to, do what you can to follow the rules. Do not, fall victim to anything that could get you, written up or fired. Try your best on that. And then ultimately understand this, that if companies nowadays, they're just looking for small reasons to get rid of you. They're not looking for big reasons, small reasons, smaller reasons that will build a case. I recently saw an article where people were getting fired for lying on their resume or on their hiring paperwork for 10 years, 20 years ago. This is the serious times right now. They want to reduce their overall number of employees so they can show on the stock market they're valuable. In the case of Facebook, that's what they want to do, or Meta, whatever you want to call them. And then for the employers, they're basically right now are in the control or in driver's seat, if you want to call it. They're in control. They can do no wrong right now. If they want to get rid of you, they will get rid of you. If they want to basically give you, a job, three people's job to do, they'll give you that job. And if you say no, they'll just say, okay, well, we're going to replace you. So right now, it feels like we have to be, willing to swallow our pride to just put food on the table for, to make sure that nobody, we don't get upset the wrong people, because the wrong people, you upset them, they can come back and start to use rules that you didn't even know existed. And the other thing you have to remember is that the world we live in right now, nobody cares about each other. It's a world where people don't care. Employers don't care. Employees, some of them don't care. Both parties don't care about each other as they used to do in the past. Right now, finding loyalty from employers is hard, extremely difficult. And then finding loyalty from some employees is also very difficult. But I still believe that when it comes to the ratio, there are more loyalty employees than loyal employers. I've seen so many situations, read so many situations where employees were laid off after serving the company 50 years, 30 years. That's pretty much all their life. They got up to 20 and they started working for the company. Around 50 years old, they were laid off. Say, go ahead, start over your life. You dedicate yourself, we understand, but now we don't want you anymore. We want to get somebody new who can make less salary, less money than you. So it's kind of like a betrayal world. We just gonna have to live day by day, try our best. Maybe the job market is gonna go back to the favor of employees again. But right now, employees dominate, they control everything. So don't do something stupid. Stay in good goody two shoes rule. Obey the law, obey the rules, and no matter what, do your work the best you can. Do not let them find any ways to say, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Don't give them excuses. Survive until we get out of this troubling time we're in. That's all I have, guys, for you. If you have any, thoughts, feedback, comment below. If you haven't liked already, subscribe, please subscribe. Talk to you next time. Peace.